Hey there, it's Phoebe from Quilted Pig. Thank you very much for joining me in my quilting studio today. I'm glad that you're here. So, we've been working on this quilt all week and just wanted to talk to you about something that I heard from a friend today. She said, instead of saying we're stuck at home, let's say we're safe at home. So, from going forward, that's how it's going to be right here in the Quilted Pig studio. So, let's talk about the layout on this. We've got all the blocks pieced and 49 of them with the black on the one side, the white on the other, and the blue stripe down the middle. Now, go ahead and be sure you watch part 1.1 of my series and part 2. But 1.1 is especially important because it has a lot of tips and tricks for actually piecing these together, and things that came up as I was piecing them that made me realize, hey, people might want to know that. So I've started laying out the quilt blocks on my design wall, and this is just a fleece covered piece of foam core board, and I've had this thing for at least 10 years, probably closer to 15, maybe 20, but we won't say that. My grandmother and I made these together a long time ago, and when I moved to this house about 5 years ago, I actually just recovered it with a new fabric. However, as soon as it's nice outside again, and I don't mean the weather, I mean as soon as we're not safe at home anymore, we can be safe in a store, I'm going to go get some new foam core boards and make a new design wall, because I have discovered that a full 8-foot board would fit here, where we had to cut it down to fit in our previous home. So let's talk about this layout a little bit. So we started out with this, which I think is cool. And so I thought I'd just lay a little bit of this out for you. Now I got started, and you can see the layout. It's starting to form the little square over here. And so I'm just going along on my design wall, and we will just do a few. My problem is that I see something that I'm not really liking, which is this odd thing right here. To me, that looks a little strange, because then it also creates one there on my printed copy of the layout. So I'm not sure that I'm wanting to stick with this. So I was thinking about maybe changing this up a little bit and maybe making it all squares like this. But I like the idea of it being off-centered, so it's down one and it's over all the way to the edge. So I thought that that's what we would take a look at real quick and see if maybe that settles my mind a little better. So let's do that. So to do that, we will just get me right on out of the camera range there, but that's okay. As long as you can see the quilt, that's the important part, right? Okay, so we need that. This one will go this way. So that's going to make a black square here, followed by that white square. I'll go ahead and piece in some white squares so that we can see that. And you may have noticed from the first video, when I was first kind of laying this out, or laying out the idea, kicking it around, I had initially had a pink stripe for the center. Now, I've done quite a few pink and black and white quilts over the years, or red and black and white quilts. And so I started thinking, well, what am I going to do with this quilt? Well, our guild, my guild, Central Oklahoma Quilters Guild, we have a charitable arm called Heartwarmers, and we make quilts for women's shelters, homeless children's schools, things like that. And I thought, they get a ton of girl quilts in there. They don't get that many boy quilts. And so I thought, well, if I put the blue in there, that might make it a little more boy friendly, and thus, something that they're going to need. And I would like it to be useful. I don't want to just donate something that nobody's going to want. I want it to be nice for them. So that's why I switched to the blue stripe. So I hope that you'll like it too, because I think it's really pretty. But as I'm doing this, you can see what I meant about the, since this is like a log cabin, you can lay it out so many different ways and just achieve a really different look every way that you lay it. I mean, even that is something unique to have right there. So I'm not that kind of person, though. I need the squares. So that's what I'm going to go with. So now we've got the white diamond over here, which if I add another, let's see this direction, and then we've got the black diamond right there. Oh, apparently I pinned that one on. I think because it was up at the very tippy top and I was scared about it falling off. Okay. So black diamond, we want the white diamond like this, and this is where a design wall truly comes in handy, is you can lay it out and take a look and step back. And another tip from me to you about doing a design wall is that even if you don't have that, if you lay out your quilt, take a picture of it with your cell phone or whatever, that will help you. It'll look like it's zoomed out so you can look at it later. So I think I like these diamonds like this. So I'm gonna finish doing it, laying it out like this, and then I'm gonna piece it together, and I will come back and see you once I've got it all together, and then we'll talk about the quilting on it. So thanks again for joining me. Stay safe at home. I hope that you'll like this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos related to this quilt, and I've got another one planned for next week. And thanks again for watching. Bye-bye now.